Good morning, students, and welcome to English literature class. Today, we'll read chapter number 10, Feeding of the 5,000. One day, Jesus and his disciples went on board a ship and sailed to a secluded part of the coast where they might have a little rest. For wherever Jesus went, people in the cities crowded him so closely that he did not even have time to eat or rest. So one day, Jesus, with some of his disciples, decided to board on a ship and to move to a far off places to some lonely coast where they might have some little rest. The followers of the Jesus used to love him so much that they never used to leave him alone. They always crowded him so closely that Jesus even did not get time to eat or rest. Then, after a voyage of few hours, Jesus and his disciple landed and went on a place where they sat down and have some rest. They thought they would stay there for some time and get refreshed and then go back to the city again. But that was not to be possible. Let's see what happens. When they had set foot on the ship, the people of that place had seen them depart. As Jesus was about to depart from the city with his disciple, and as they were about to set foot on the ship, the people of the city had seen them. And this news was conveyed to one and all very soon. And the men, women, and children flocked out of the cities and began their long journey on foot. They also started following Jesus because they always wanted to be with their dear Lord. And now they started following Jesus without bothering to take away any food with them, without bothering of tiredness, getting tired, and they arrived at the place where Jesus was. When Jesus saw the crowd, his heart was filled with affection for them and he welcomed them with open arms. He spoke to them with compassion and love. The people were overjoyed to be with him once again. They never wanted to leave their dear Lord. The children sat around Jesus and Jesus told them some moral stories. Jesus answered all their questions, solved their problems, and taught them some kind words. With his healing touch, he also cured those who were sick and ailing. When the sun was about to set, it was a dusk time, one of the disciples of Jesus told him to send those followers back to their home. But Jesus smiled. He was so kind. He was too kind to send them away hungry like that only. So he said, they need not depart, just give them food to eat. The disciple said to him, but here we have 5 loaves only, and the 2 fishes, which we have just purchased from a young boy. And that was not enough to feed all the crowds. Then Jesus said, bring them to me. Then he stood on a high rock so that all his followers would be able to see him, and he told the people to sit down on the grass. He just took that 5 loaves and the 2 fishes and looking up to heaven, blessed them and broke them into pieces. He told his disciples to distribute the bread and fish among the people. The disciples carried the bread and fish to each and every person, and they all ate and had plenty. And those fragments of the bread and fishes were enough to feed them, and they were plenty. Although there were about 5,000, men, women, and children yet to be fed. And when the disciples picked up the crumbs and leftover pieces, the fragments filled 12 baskets. They were enough to fill the 12 baskets, and it was a big miracle. Such was the miracle of Lord Jesus Christ, and that was not a single person was left hungry, and how kind Jesus was. This shows that Jesus was a very kind person. He always used to love his followers. So that's all in this chapter. Thank you.